And now it's time for part two.
Hello YouTube, Uncle Lucky here, and welcome back to another episode of CBQ Hobbies Comic Book Hauls 8/1/2016 Part 2. So now that we got that out of the way, I want to open one of these up on camera. One of those unboxing things. It's whatever. Yeah, if you guys like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm going to do one once, though, because I loves me some Heroclix. For a guy who has never actually played a legitimate game of Heroclix, just because I like collecting stuff, and that's just my weird thing in life, is collecting. I'll eventually play the game Heroclix, but I don't want to walk in my first battle or whatever, and have like 2 boxes when there's people that coming in with like satchels full of them and stuff. So I figure, I'll collect them and get a good deal more before I jump into battle. So what do we got here? What do we got here? We got an Amazon. We got Huntress, Guardian. We've got Superman from Earth 2 and Wonder Woman. Anything special? Anything special? Show you those. I'll probably hand the Wonder Woman over to my wife. Huntress is pretty damn cool. Got an Amazon there. It's okay. It's nothing special. To tell you the truth, I probably got every single one of these. Shit. Now, as you may remember from last video, which was, by the time you're watching this, probably yesterday, I don't know, I found all of the stuff at Hastings that was on clearance, the long box's worth. So I'll just start throwing a couple of these up here. Let's see here. Justice League of America. Is that America? Yeah, Justice League of America. You know what? I've got a handful of these in my collection. Justice League of America. They're pretty cool. I bought this because of Eclipso. I bought this because of him. Because he just is a cool looking character. I don't honestly know a true ton about the character. I don't have a whole bunch of comic books with him in it, but he is just cool, and this cover was just stellar. I really, really like how he's got the Spectre's head on the sword, which the sword is pretty damn cool itself, and he's got all the dead superheroes around him, but Calypso's just a neat looking character, so I don't know why, I just picked it up for no reason other than he looks cool, and I liked the way the setup of this cover was. Okay, now filling in some more spaces in the old collection here, I have got Justice League number 16 from the New 52, and this is the Throne of Atlantis storyline. Throne of Atlantis storyline was pretty damn decent. It really was. Decent enough that they made a cartoon movie about it. And I have that in my collection too. It's a pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. Not really much to say. It was just Justice League's New 52. I figured I've only got a few left to complete the entire New 52 Justice League 1 through. And I think they're up to 54 now? 54, 55, somewhere in there? Maybe, I think. Here is an alternate cover for Justice League Dark, done in the Scooby-Doo style, which is absolutely hilarious because it's not Swamp Thing, it's Harley Quinn, and she would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those crazy kids. Just a really cool, funny cover. Again, I don't typically collect the alternate covers, but it was there, clearance, why not? I'm sad, really, really sad for Justice League Dark. Justice League Dark was a really good storyline. It was a really cool eclectic mix of the magic users and the monstery, creaturey type characters in the DCU. And the fact that it didn't continue to go, there was a lot of things about it that, honestly, I don't know the entire full story. What I did hear that makes sense is the director Totoro was going to direct the Justice League Dark movie. He really, I guess, likes the story or whatever it was. He was going to name it something different, though. It was going to be something like Dark Universe, I believe. But things fell through. Everybody kept asking him when he was going to do the movie. He had so many other things on his plate. The movie fell through. And I think the people at DC jumped the gun, maybe? Like I said, the story's kind of odd. Somebody jumped the gun, and they went ahead and canceled Justice League Dark. And it only made it up to, I think, whatever it was, issue 30 or 40 something, maybe? I can't remember. But they canceled it because they were going to, I think, try and move it in with the movie tie-in. But it never happened. So they canceled it, and they haven't talked about it ever since. Next up, we have Justice League number 32. The evil, brilliant Lex Luthor on the front cover. He is definitely not an Eisenberg, and that's a great, great thing. I'm just saying. Jesse, not a fan, dude. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway, Justice League number 32, just filling in some gaps. Brilliant story. Jeff Johns always knocks it out of the park. This guy just is a brilliant writer, and I'm so very happy to see where he's gone here the last couple of months, because Warner Brothers and DC are doing a really good job of putting him high up. That way he can wrangle everybody who's making movies right now to keep this thing good and not really, really dark. Okay, here comes an off-the-wall one. The only reason I picked this up is because it is a number one. And for anybody who is trying to stay in the know with some of these TV shows, Vigilante, a DC character who, if you took the mask off and put a skull in his chest, would be the Punisher. That's all there is to it. I guess DC needed their mega bad guy killer mob boss slayer type character. The guy's got white gloves, white boots, a black outfit. The only difference is he's got a mask and Frank Castle doesn't. It's kind of, I don't, it's just dreadful. It really, it's not a big thing, but this is one of those weird. He's now going to be introduced to the CW. I think he's going to be on Arrow. They're going to introduce the character, and as it so happens, I actually happen to have the first appearance of Vigilante from the Teen Titans, and he's, I guess they tried to reintroduce him in the before the New 52 launch or something. I'm not exactly sure, but apparently he came and went because nobody said anything else about him that I remember. So I just bought it for honestly, just for shits and giggles. Next up, we have the Titans, number 36. I don't read a bunch of Titans comic books, to tell you the truth. Honestly, I've got a handful, but never really got big into the Titans. The only number uno, one reason only that I bought this comic book was because I absolutely love Vixen. She is such a cool character, and she has such cool abilities. Man, I love the way they've done her character. She's strong, she's a badass, and she's got the whole magic behind her. To be completely honest, the only reason I bought this was because Vixen's on the cover, and I know she's going to be in there somewhere. So I'm so happy that they introduced her into the CW as well. Hopefully she'll make some more appearances, because her character is just freaking awesome. And finally, now, this guy made a huge impact in the newer DC comic books. He came in kind of a big way into the Darkseid War, and he's a really cool character that I don't think has had. I think he's had some decent runs, but I don't think he's had enough comic books of his own. because I don't know. I don't know if it's just because of his color scheme, the way his costume is. I'm not sure. But Mr. Miracle, this one is number 1 from January 1989. And I'm kind of interested in this guy a little bit more. I knew who he was, and I followed his character, but they put so much more of an emphasis on him in the Dark Side War and what was going on with that character. So yes, Mr. Miracle is a pretty damned cool character. I kind of enjoy seeing what he comes up with in his issues. It'd be neat if they maybe did another story arc with him after the Dark Side Wars to see where the character goes. He's kind of neat and one that I'd like to know more about. It'd be good to see him with his own number 1 maybe, but probably not going to happen. And I think that's going to wrap it up for these 2 episodes. It was kind of a hard press, guys. Too much stuff going on, too many things coming at me, and I have a metric ton of comic books that I've also gotten over the last couple of days, couple of weeks that I still would like to show off, but there just doesn't seem to be enough hours in the day. I don't even know what to do with that. So that's going to do it for this episode, or episodes. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Have a good one.